Shalom, everyone. Peace to you. I hope that you are doing well today. Today is January the 3rd, 2026. If today is your birthday, happy anniversary, all that kind of stuff. If you're down and out, I send you love and light. And if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you all for returning as often as you do get to. Just know that I do lift you guys up in prayer and things like that because we're connected here. And so, those of you who pray for me right back, I appreciate that. I need it. And so I thank you. If you're brand new, my name is Shannon Hensley. I'm glad to have you. I'm out of Kansas City, Missouri. And I just do a specific type of work here to get rid of wicked types of energies. People are involved in some really heavy stuff. And we ask at the hand of the Most High, and he speaks expressively and supernaturally here. We've just seen his hand just over and over and over just speak, and he deserves to be feared and revered, and I do fear him and revere him. And so if you do, then welcome, welcome, welcome. Just know that I feel energy, and sometimes, like yesterday morning, I went back to watch the live. And as soon as the magician came out in the reverse, just this indignation came out of me. And so I am known to just speak right out of that space because I can't stand that stuff in our earth realm. People being malicious and manipulative for their own gain, but it's all over the place. And you and I have to be on our guard against nasty stuff like that, because some people are just not going to come out of that energy, and some people will turn, but if they don't, God tells us to know our enemy. And so you got like sports people that'll watch games that have already been played, and they will study their enemy on the next moves and stuff like that. So spiritually, we're supposed to do that, so we do, and we're not to be ignorant of devil-like devices. And so this channel is like that. Okay, so just know that if I'm having a real heavy moment, it's always for a righteous indignation against crazy nonsense, because people are in some excrement crap. A lot of times God will bring the word excrement out in a homemade deck, and because it is that nasty. People's hearts are gross that would try to hurt another person. It's only because they're caught up in stuff, and their pride's in the way to not face the mirror and stuff like that. This is not a religious channel. God Almighty's not religious. He's righteous. And so I only will speak the truth of what he says out of his own word. That's it. All right, folks, let's see what's going on. Melissa, I appreciate you so very much. I thank you for this day. I thank you for rest. I thank you so much for who you are. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but you deliver us out of them all. I heard that earlier, and it's coming through. So I have freedom of speech, and I have rights. Nobody has a right to take my rights or your rights away. And so I just like to say that if you are new, because I'm dealing with a criminal, at any given time I could stop through the leading of the Most High God and give a what for to correct some people who think that they're big shots to get up on my platform. I got recorded evidence against the people, and so I feel the energy. I just feel it. And so they're going to sometime watch this video, whether they live with me in the moment or not. I feel it. And so I will just stop and address it. So anyway. All right. Most High, what are you going to bring out here? I just thank you for who you are. We have the Nine of Swords. This is about anxiety. And the Nine of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Sun's kind of poking out here. Something could be being exposed as well with that sun being there. Nine of Swords, that can be cruelty, the truth. 10 Swords is a betrayal. Okay, somebody's clear, or somebody's going to give some type of clear communication about something here, or you're going to do that. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So it's slippery communication with or somebody's just, there's obviously something wrong here. If there's an apology and you're upright within that, then the Page of Cups in the upright is a very kind, sweet, genuine energy. If it's in the negative, it's nothing but a fishy communication on something. But there's 10 Swords out here, and so for a lot of people, there have been a lot of betrayals. I've seen the word family betrayal this morning, and so that's heavy energy in the earth as well. Show me, why is this out here? We have the Six of Cups, maybe because the past, or this is soulmates that are involved in something. Somebody's just in their mind all the time with nostalgia. It's time to get out of that stuff. That stuff gonna kill you if you don't cast down every imagination that's exalting itself above what God says. God's your deliverer in something out here. So on this truth, this is crossing it. There's fighting going on. Somebody's jealous, or there's competitive nonsense. Maybe there's something about going to jail that's in the balance of some truth that it literally jumped on it like this. So whatever that is, this is strife. Well, if you don't nip that in the bud, folks, God says that's evil. Okay? Something around your home. Marriages, celebrations. What else is about this truth? Why is this here, Yehovah? Why is this here? Death. Secrets. Look, the Eight of Swords. That's incarceration. Somebody definitely just energetically in jail here. Some type of death matter. When death comes, that's it. That's something. If somebody has died, then somebody knows they'll go to jail for something because of some type of competitive thing that's around something. Eight of Swords. The letter M might be prevalent to you. Don't have to be. Something by water or the ocean is here as well. Something liquid, just for references for others of you, is involved in something. I'm hearing a choking of some sort could be here. This is a death spirit. And God said at midnight on January the 1st, when I read, anyway, you'll have to go back and watch the 2026 video that he showed me was coming for people that are in some nasty energy for 2026. He brought out the word spiritual death. Some people have already died and they're just now going through the motion. They're karmic. They're already twice dead. Okay? It's real serious stuff. But anyway, there's some type of incarceration around some type of the truth, and somebody's fighting. They don't want to go to jail. Of course they don't. A lot of people get attacked right there in the jail cell as well. Sexual matters, the death card goes back to your genitals. And if you're some wicked type of a individual and you won't face some type of truth, you won't be protected behind those jail cell bar. Because God will make sure you reap what you sow. They probably know that. Greed out here around some stuff. I just seen the Four of Pentacles. What else you want to bring out here, Yehovah? Somebody's in a lot of anxiety about some stuff. But look, truth sets you free, folks. You know some stuff. Not everybody's going to go to physical jail, but somebody is in some type of a jail out here. Show me more information. But some people need to go to jail. Show me more information. King of Swords. That's authority energy. Real sharp. I love all the court cards in the upright. Something's going to change out here. The word for fear is out here in the pictograph language. The letter J or the letter Y also. Somebody's name could be Jim, Jimmy, okay, J-M-Y, or just any of those letters, person, place, or a thing, first, middle, or last name. Let's take some words out here. There's a consequence out here on somebody. There's the apology again. Look, if you need to apologize to somebody, folks, whether they're going to accept it or not, and you're going to be genuine in it, you need to go make some peace. There's a consequence and something going on. Bad choices, games being played, people having mixed signals is what the card says. Why is this here? Show me more information. It's consequences today. There's secrets around somebody. Somebody knows the truth about it. Something happened in the nightlife. It says strip tease, gamble, Vegas energy could be here. Something like that with that energy. A narcissist came out. You can't talk to a narcissist. Somebody's dangerous out here then. Somebody real dangerous out here. Wishful thinking, second chances, deja vu, nostalgia. That's that Six of Cups out here. Somebody in their mind. Somebody from a distance from you. Ghosted, separation, a divorce energy could be out here. Also jumped out, and there's hopelessness on somebody. Well, somebody's having a cow out here. They're scared. Let's hope the narcissist is scared. They don't want to do what's right. They're seared in their heart. I guess so. And if you're scared because you know that you've got a narcissist around you, you better get up and do what's correct and get people with you to get that individual out of society or out of the situation or away from you. This person will wreck every single thing in your life, in your world. Anyway, it's your choice. That hopeless card says that somebody's thinking about suicide. It says loss, depression, suicide is out here. That death card is that somebody knows the truth about that death is out here on that matter. It's because if somebody thinks, well, I'll just kill myself because I don't want to go to jail because of some consequence that was around something. Obviously, the word fear is out here. Somebody got a lot of fear on something. Killing yourself ain't the answer. Facing the truth is your answer. So this says recognition in the reverse, says that the universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. Okay, well, somebody don't want that, I guess, if it come out in the reverse, because we do know what to do, folks. We do know. It's hard to face the truth. There's the sun. I feel like something's exposed because there's clarity out here around something going on. Because somebody now feels hopeless on some stuff because this is about a change. Something has been fixed, but when death comes, it's over and something's changing when the will is here. So it's either going to go either way for you. Around some timing is involved in some truth for some of you all. And if you face the truth, the will goes in a positive direction for you. And it's nothing but a whirlwind in the reverse. There is hopelessness out here if you ain't going to do the truth. There is no hope for you if you're not going to do the truth, folks. Let people play their games. If somebody's sitting here trying to figure out how to play another game, the consequence card is out here. This narcissist is trying to figure out how to do something, and somebody approaches you and wants you to get involved in something. As soon as you shake the hands with the freak, folks, especially if there's money or bribes attached to it, you're going to become some type of a twice dead energy with God. God can have mercy on who he has mercy on. It's up to you. The tree in the reverse also came out. Your home is out here. Your family tree is out here. It's in the reverse, being uprooted. Death around it, folks. Or there was death around it. Somebody's trying to get away with it. What else? So this says past life. This is something that you probably already went through. You've already moved on. Something from deep past from a situation is here because the Six of Cups is here. All right. So embracing some type of, for some of y'all, this was a sexual matter out here. Because the death card is sex energy for a lot of you all. That ain't going to be for everybody, but it's out here. You'll give us some words. It says to sow into yourself righteousness and reap mercy and break up your fallow ground, for it's time to seek the Most High God Jehovah until he come and rain down righteousness upon you. So what are you going to do? Are you going to face the mirror? Are you going to sow into yourself something that's going to be positive and keep watering that so that something positive? I mean, somebody needs to sow something because the tree came out in the reverse. Somebody didn't sow righteousness somewhere. And now somebody's house is completely uprooted in some matter out here. I really hope. I mean, God said yesterday when I read you had 24 hours to do something. Once that 24 hours, folks, is up, that's it with God. He just keeps bringing that card out. And if you don't do what he says, when he shuts the door on this timing, because that's about a divine timing, that's it. All hell breaks loose on you. It says there's a way that seems right unto man, but the end is death. Oh, it looks like it's the right thing to do. It wasn't. Something wasn't or isn't. Whatever it is, past, present, or future. Hold on, all these cards fell out. It says that the king by judgment establishes the land, but he that receives bribes and gifts overthrows it. So you got some headship out here that if you have judgment, you're going to establish something here for upright purposes, for righteousness' sake. If you're sowing to your self-righteousness. And if you're going to take bribe, somebody did take a bribe out here. There's consequences on this to your soul. and in this natural life. Anyway, you got somebody in leadership out here around some type of money and gifts, and you got choices to make. It says that a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold and pitchers of silver. Speak right. Okay, a false person is exposed out here. Okay, somebody's false. Somebody thought they were going to be secretive on some stuff. Now they're hopeless. Why would people even want to play games like this? It's just beyond me. It really is. People think they're getting some type of gain and stuff being kooks. And all it does is kill you. Hold on a minute. I didn't realize I had a bunch of cards right here. That's funny. You'll hold up. I'll read them here in a minute. The grave. Well, there's death on something. There's death. 3113 is what I'm seeing on my screen right now. So there's a mirror of something. If there is a mirror that's involved in it, look. Prison. It's out here on somebody. Self-control in the reverse. Just given that somebody don't have it, because this is going on. This is going on. Somebody didn't have no self-control, already died. There's prison on somebody. It's hopeless because somebody's done something very illegal out here. Burden, stress, and oppression also came out. And a group that's bound together. Well, anyway, if there's a group involved in something, we kept having that gang that also came out the other day. This is about groups. We seen that group yesterday on the general. And there's also a truthful person out here involved in something. Thank you for being truthful. Thank you so much. I appreciate people like that in the earth realm. Those cards that were jumped out says that there's gold and a multitude of rubies. But the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Okay? Again, a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold and pitchers of silver. Okay? It says, whoso finds a wife finds a good thing and finds favor of Jehovah. So somebody's wife's involved in something, or you found something. Somebody's jealous of somebody that you found. Anyway, it says, he who's strayed by lust seeks pretext and cloaks himself. A fool has no delight in understanding, but that he just go discover his heart. It's dangerous there. It says, so the next, last card that was there says, seek Jehovah, all you meek of the earth, which has worked his judgment. Seek righteousness and seek meekness. It may be that you will be hid in the day of Jehovah's anger. Again, sow into yourself righteousness. Somebody didn't do that. And God's telling everybody, we better get on our face. Maybe you're already on your face and you commune with God. We never stop there. If you know him, you have the fear of God, then you've got righteousness in your life. If somebody's lost out here, it's really, really sad. I just heard trappings. Somebody tried to trap somebody. They got trapped because we know what God's word says. Money's involved in something. The euro come out. The YR and the O. Anyway, this is about money just in itself. Inheritances, things like that. And this is also something positive for those of you who are going to do what God says to do. Okay? This is also about traditional things as well. Somebody's went astray by some lustful thing out here in some matter. For whatever reason, why all the situation is around somebody playing games, around some nonsense to try to cover something. Something's went really, really bad and there's prison attached to something going on. This is also a death rune. It's a radical change. Yes, when death comes, folks, then the judgment of God comes once you pass that realm. Okay? Anyway, this is also a victory for whoever truthful people are. A group's going to be bound together, I guess, or whether a group of truthful people also, and then you got groups of people who are crazy out here doing some stuff. Whoever's in the upright, there's a victory. And this is a maximum protection. They're going to go to prison. There's no way out for somebody. That's why somebody's sitting here going, well, I guess I'll kill myself. Well, if you don't face the truth and you go ahead and take your life, you're automatically just going to go to the prison anyway that God says is down to the lower parts of the earth for seeking after somebody else in some matter out here. So you're screwed. If you won't do the truth, you're screwed either way, because you're going to go to prison some way, shape, or form. You're already in prison in your mind. But the only way out, if you have your soul, is to confess something and be released. Even if you got to go to a natural prison, your soul is saved, and God can rebuild you. And I don't know how many years that you'll go to. Maybe some people will go life. I don't know. But your eternal soul will be set free once you pass this realm. It's up to you. But you do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, suicide is not your answer. But that's your choice, because you have free will. We do need to pray. There's a lot of people that's lost, and they need to know the truth of God to come and to bring them a peace beyond this realm. I send you love and light. I'll be back later. Shalom.